Hi everyone, it's the CyberIrishman here from OSAKA's 2025 Expo, and I'm here to share the good, the bad, and the ugly with you, and there's lots of everything. There's not so much of the ugly, but it's pretty bad. So let's start off with the good, and I have to have some notes with me here because there's a lot of good. So the first thing is there's lots of 7-Elevens, Larsons, there's lots of food stalls, lots of restaurants, there's food trucks. None of them have cash facilities. So everything here is cashless. Suica card or credit cards widely accepted as well. The toilets are all over the place. They're very clean and there's lots of them. The only kind of disadvantage is they're all different shapes and sizes. There's some kind of a thing here where you don't want the toilets to all look the same. So you have to look at a map to figure out where the toilets are, because you could walk past them and not know it was the toilets. There is Wi-Fi here. The Wi-Fi kind of works. It's generally specific zones you have to register, but there is some limited Wi-Fi. There are lots of bins here, garbage cans, so you can actually throw away your garbage, which is unusual for Japan. They've done a great job with water refill stations. So beside almost every vending machine, there's a free water refill station which you can use. Very, very convenient. And the best thing about OSAKA 2025 Expo is the people. The people are awesome. There are tons of information people here to help you. Fair amount of English spoken, probably 30% of the people speak some amount of English, but everyone is very, very friendly and wanting to help you. So the people are outstanding, excellent part of this Expo. And the last good thing I'll talk about is actually the Expo itself. It is massive. There are hundreds and hundreds of different pavilions and displays and places to explore. It has enough content here that you could easily spend 3 or 4 days before you've seen almost everything. Now it's laid out very well. There's a central ring that goes around, and there's displays inside the ring and outside of the ring. The center of the ring is a tranquil forest, but there's coffee shops, restaurants, all throughout, and then the pavilions are all throughout as well. The pavilion is broken into about 6 different zones between east and west and central east and central west. So the first thing you need to do when you get here is purchase a map, because the app is very bad. We're going to get to the very ugly very soon. So now let's talk about the bad. There are no outlets anywhere. There are 100,000 people here, maybe, all using their phone to record video and to take pictures, and there's absolutely no way of charging your phone. One slight exception, there are machines that give out these charging packs that you can rent by the half an hour. The problem is everyone is using them. There's very limited supply, and most of them are only getting to about 40% charge before somebody swipes them because their phone is almost dead. So if you do have a power pack, for goodness sake, bring it, and if you don't have a power pack, go and buy one and bring it. The other bad thing about the Expo is the luggage situation. Very limited storage of luggage. If you have very large luggage and you need to store it here, it's extraordinarily expensive. It is 100,000 yen, so about $75 US for the day to store a large piece of luggage. Smaller backpacks are easier to store and cheaper, but if you can, only bring what you need to the Expo. Now, speaking about the rest of the bad, the reservation system. The reservation system is a nightmare. Now, I understand why you need a reservation system with this many people, but it's horrendous. It is absolutely horrendous. I'll say the third time, it's horrendous. Here's what you need to know. Do not skip by this if you're going to come to the Expo. So once you buy your tickets, and you should buy them more than 30 days in advance, 30 days before your first visit, there's a lottery system where you can apply for the popular pavilions. You only get one reserved time slot between all the pavilions for each daily visit. Then there's another lottery 7 days out from when you arrive at the Expo. So you can try again and see if you can get into one of the signature or popular pavilions. It's a lottery system. Now what are you going to do? Now all the signature stands are completely reservation only. There are no walk-ins. Most of the countries are reservation system to a point where up until about 7 o'clock they allow queuing, but very busy. But after 7 o'clock things relax, and most of them will allow walk-ins to the countries. Okay, you've maybe been successful with the lottery, maybe not. 3 days before you arrive and 2 days before you can arrive. you can now apply for lotteries for some pavilions. So 3 days or 2 days. So you can try on the third day out, the second day out. If you get a pavilion that you want to see, that's it. There's no more chances. You're locked into that pavilion until you visit it. Once you've finished your tour of that pavilion, you can now apply for a second pavilion on the day. So if the only pavilion you can get is at 6 o'clock on Saturday, you can't apply for anything else until you finish that tour at 6 o'clock on Saturday. You cannot apply for pavilions the day before, and then you can apply on the day of your visit, 10 minutes after you walk in. So if you buy your tickets the day you arrive and you walk into the Expo, all is not lost. You walk in, there's a 10-minute timer, and now the app opens up and you can start applying for any free spots. And here's where the ugly comes in. The spots that are free on the day or 3 days out or 2 days out are extremely limited. 90-something% of them are already gone. What some of the pavilions will do, they'll hold back a few for the day and they'll release them gradually during the day. And when I say a few, I mean a few. It could be as few as 10 tickets for the entire day. It could be 100 for the entire day. And then they may release some at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, maybe 1 o'clock, maybe 2, maybe 3. You never know. There is no rhyme or reason to it. So you have to keep checking your app during the day for any free spots. And they show up during the day. And here's where it gets even uglier. You think you find something, you click on I want that one, and by the time you get to reserve it, it's already gone because 200 other people saw it at the same time and someone got in ahead of you. The app is extremely frustrating. Now the good news is they randomly release tickets during the day and you can get lucky. So don't give up hope if you arrive here without any reservations. You will probably get a reservation during the day for some good pavilion, but it might not be till 7 o'clock that night, and there's no more reservations for you until you complete that reservation. So you're going to be walking around the Expo hoping to get into pavilions and stands. Now there are some common pavilions. They're large buildings that house maybe 30 different countries, and those are generally not reservation. You may have to queue for just a few minutes. You go in, you look around, there's toilets inside those common spaces as well, and usually some of the countries even have little gift shops and stands where you can buy coffees and ice creams as well, and they get you out of the sun. So what is my advice? My advice is get your tickets at least 30 days before you arrive in Japan, and then start applying for the lotteries. All right guys, that's all for the information for the Expo. My next videos will actually be the content from the pavilions that I have visited, and some of them are absolutely awesome. If you're interested in cybersecurity content or artificial intelligence content, or you're interested in the digital nomad lifestyle, or indeed just my travel videos, then follow me here at CyberIrishman. If you're interested in bespoke, personalized training for your company, then go to my website, CyberIrishman.com, and contact me from there. Either way, guys, hopefully you found this useful if you're coming here to Japan, to the Osaka Expo. If you're interested in seeing the stands, keep following me and I'll share the content that I've got from the different stands, the different pavilions I visited, and some of them are absolutely awesome. I'm Andrew Howard, I'm the CyberIrishman. Thanks so much for joining me.